this time continuing that. Perfect. Pixie to the left or something. do. Oh, I screwed that. Glad I did. Hopefully I'm in the right place. Too much. Yeah, fuck this. So disappointing. little lags right there. Much I like that. time wasn't moving when it started. Oh. Part of the rust is I'm gonna make sure I'm in my spot and stay still. if you can hear that, it's like playing over my house. It's like really loud. It seems to have passed. What am I fucking doing? you. Fuck me. What the fuck was that? I'm trying to hit reset. Different button. Oh. I have like a keyboard with lights in it, and I don't like the lights, so I shut the lights off. It's very poorly designed that the letters on the keyboard aren't, you know, written on it. They're part of the lights, so I'm not typing. I shut it off so it doesn't shine in my eyes. But find a particular letter now. I have to turn it on. It's kind of, yes. Why did I do that? That was not a smart thing to do. Not good. Please. Somehow gonna work out. We were close, but hope. Why? Maybe I should dodge this over 12 minutes. What's gonna happen now? Figure it out. I'm gonna die. Because like I was able to dodge that on the it's like you respawn and I don't move, so like you can do it super low on the screen. Then I have to move fewer times. It's like harder to mess up if you move fewer times, I feel. I have the spot that I look for and it works. The spot that doesn't work. Probably the lower on the screen you go, the less it matters. Like, anything below a certain point is probably the same. If I can tap once every 3 waves, and I move farther away, like, still tap once every 3 waves. Until I get to the point where I can do once every 4, you know? I just don't want to be somewhere where I can do like 3.5 and then one time like the number changes because I've built up an extra half once or twice and it lets me skip. Then I'm just gonna what the fuck was that dodge? Fuck. One second, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break just so I don't wind up needing one in the middle of a run. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. One sec. This is... Oh, sorry about that. Standing up must have churned some air in my stomach or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. It is so far left. Oh. I do Niue Pacifist. No. I might have cleared Niue's stage like once. Haven't gone back to it. When I'm done with this, there's a, you know, I'll be open to doing more more variety of runs. This sort of been a black hole for my time, but UFO extra stage. This is, I guess this UFO extra stage not high on my list of things, but I will eventually want to do more of it. And it's tough to know when I do, if it'll even be viable for Pacifist. Like a big part of that game is using UFOs to clear the screen. Wait, what? Oh. So like that, I don't remember the stage well enough, but I think there's like parts in it where it's like if you just die a couple times in the course of the stage, it might just be impossible to clear, whereas this whole thing, like nothing requires you to shoot ever. You know, it could be a case where like it's possible to do it, I just have to come up with strats. I just don't know the stage well enough to tell you offhand, like, yes, it is possible, or no, it's not. It's like you can't get resources in UFO without killing UFOs, right? So it's a lot like this game where like you just have your starting lives and that's it. Maybe like mid-boss gives you a life or something, I don't remember. There's a chance it's like a fragment of a life. SA doesn't really have a gimmick, so this character I'm using has the screen warp gimmick, but that's only for this character. But like the resource system is when you clear a spell card without dying, I think you can bomb, and you have to capture it, like you have to kill it. You get a heart, you get a star piece. And I think it's 5 to get another extend. So, like when in UFO, when you kill the red UFOs, you get like a part of a heart. It's like that, but instead of UFOs, it's for beating spell cards. I think non-cards. And the continue system is the same one in Mountain of Faith. You like restart at the beginning of the stage. And I guess the power works like Mountain of Faith too, but instead of capping at 4 but going up to 5, so you get an extra bomb, it caps at 4, and that's it. If I go to the right of that, you played UFO? Most people consider UFO harder than SA, so... So I'm told that on normal, UFO's hard, but SA is like harder, but only on normal. Well, I found UFO to be quite hard on normal as well, so... There's also been a long time since I've played either game on normal. If you can like unlock New A stage, you can definitely clear this game on normal at least. This is one of my favorite extra stages. It's just like the right amount of gimmick and the right amount of dodging, I guess. And everything in it is possible pacifist. It's like part of the reason why I wanted to do it. Like nothing's going to force kill you. And practice mode or runs or whatever. I've cleared every spell card in Pacifist a couple times. Just have to string them together, or most of them together. Allowed 2 deaths. Can't really. Probably shouldn't be resetting, but I can't really afford deaths before. So I really don't have a ton of time left, so maybe I should just do a no reset to finish. But if I mess up earlier, I can reset and then get a longer no reset. It's always the temptation. I remember UFO hard was like most other games on Lunatic. I have not actually played much of UFO on Lunatic. I was like going through all the games on Lunatic and then I kind of stopped. Still have to do SA Lunatic. Like, really didn't like Mountain of Faith Lunatic, but I wanted to get Lunatic with all the shot types so I wouldn't have to play the game anymore. And forcing yourself to play a game that hard that you don't really like leads to burnout. Who would have known? Who would have guessed? I got super burnt out and kind of I'm gonna do an extra stage in other games since, and I got a job and that kind of took up a lot of time too. Yeah. I know that UFOs are like deterministic, like if you know exactly how they work, you kind of can guess, like you can tell, like, why am I going left? I want to go. You can figure out where they're going, but like that requires a huge amount of knowledge about them and like killing them in the same place every time and all that stuff. And like, it's just not worth chasing a UFO for a third of a heart. And then dying. So that's typically try to bomb as little as possible. Like I try to bomb as reflexively as possible. Sometimes if a UFO is like getting away, I'll convince myself to bomb to make sure I can kill it. I'm using, I'm letting a UFO go with a bunch of resources. It's like I can't. The bombs, like I'll get the bomb back basically if I just use it now to get this bomb UFO and the next part of the next UFO, There's some spots where like missing a UFO just totally messes up your whole UFO route. So I don't remember the UFO route at all. I wouldn't know where those are anymore, but I did remember playing it was like, well, if I miss this UFO, I lose like 2 lives, so it is worth chasing it. Isn't the right word, but it's like a cool diegetic gimmick. Like it makes sense in a bullet hell game that you would get resources by flying around. I'm just gonna continue. I shouldn't reset. It is nice that when you save Death Warp, you could just hold up and then you'll be in the right spot to save spot. But... yeah, you can do the save spot without dying, but like if you're not on the bottom, this whole thing is aimed at you. So it's like, since I'm slightly below the midpoint, it's aiming down. If I'm like slightly above or I move, it'll wiggle around, and if it's shooting up, it's no longer a safe spot. So. Oh, but like you have 5 bombs, and then you die, and then you go back to starting. Yeah, that's annoying. I mean, it does teach you to use your bombs, but I do hate the concept of like you have to bomb. You know, it's I want to choose when I want to bomb very much. There are some spots where you know like I can do this, but the next 3 things I can't, so I'm gonna need to save those bombs for the next 3 things. Then you die, and you're like, well, now I don't have those 3 bombs I need, and I died on top of it. It's harder to route around, or like failures in your execution become failures in routing. You route the game perfectly and then one mistake ruins it. It's like, great. When you die during an aimed spell card and then Death Warping puts you at the bottom of the screen. If you like don't want to aim it down there, you'll just totally ruin the pattern and you'll just die again or have to bomb to fix it. Die at the new A ball so you don't get the extend. It's like, oh, that death was worth 2 deaths? Awesome. It is nice how many resources there are in UFO, but I mean, it's partially that way because you have to let some of them go. If you don't have immaculate routing, like, some of them are just gonna be beyond your grasp. Slip away. I also do hate that, like, there's some parts where the UFOs are, like, gated, like, if you have a UFO spawn, it, like, won't go from the first half of the level to the second half. It'll just, like, fly away, even though it's only been out for 2 seconds. Maybe Zim didn't want getting like screen clears at certain parts or something like that, but I feel like if you can route UFOs to do that, like, you earned it. Whereas if you like don't know, if you're just randomly grabbing UFOs because you haven't routed yet, and then you like finally catch up to the UFO that's cycled to the color you want it to be, and then it just flies away, you're like, great. Fuck you, Zen. I worked hard for that UFO, and you took him away from me. took her away from me. This is a Toho game. I imagine the UFOs are also female. Probably this a little lower than I usually do. See if this is one of the spell cards. It's not very impressive on a pacifist run where you have to like once you know the trick, it's like pretty trivial. But it like ends fast. But on the pacifist, you have to like do the trick for the whole time. But these are just aimed at you, so you just have to tap dodge them. I mean, you do have to tap dodge right. If you go too far, not far enough, you're gonna have to tap again, and that's gonna mess up the next, whole set of waves. Yeah, I know you can like hug the UFO if you want it to change or not change. If you want it to not change color, but sometimes it still does that thing where you like dash at it and changes color right before you grab it. And you grab the wrong color and you're like, no! And it messes up your whole route. Now, there's other things like which direction they start in and where they're going to bounce off the wall. Like, you can kind of figure all that stuff out. It's all scripted. So if you kill the UFO in the same place every time, they'll all spawn going the same places, so you can like manipulate them to not be where large chunks of bullets are when you're trying to grab them, but learning all that is just a huge endeavor in and of itself. Like, by the time you do that, you're probably already a master at the game. Wow, the patterns in UFO are so hard. It's so random. Kind of wanted to get into what's the other LOLK, the other hard game he said about the Toho series. So I could do like, I don't know what's it called. Okay, I don't need to grab that. Full power, because I'm not going to shoot bullets. Point device. I could do point device runs, that way like I could, still get like a perfect run where I cap every spell card, but if I mess up, I don't have to start over, I get to just keep playing. And you could do like speed runs of that instead of score runs. I think that would be a nice thing to do. It wouldn't be like a great speed game, because like the whole game would just be, survival. Like that'd be the best run you could get. Maybe a little bit of time saver loss based off of positioning to make sure you kill the boss faster. Maybe. I think I would like to do it no bomb, but if I added bombs, like bombs would affect the, like you would save your bombs for the slow spell cards that you could speed up. So like there would actually be routing with your bombs. Maybe you'd have a couple extra for like, oh, I sometimes die to this pattern, so I'll bomb and won't lose time. But I imagine if it ever got serious or competitive, like once you get a good run, you might have to not have any safety bombs and just use all your bombs. I've played the first photo game. Can't tell because I have it covered up. Are you on Twitch or YouTube watching? My YouTube channel has I did it like this, like in streams, and then I got all the like clears of the stages. Like I downloaded the VODs and clipped all the stages, like the clears together, and made like a long form commented VOD of it. It's probably the most work I've ever done for YouTube VOD. And I didn't like comment everything, I was just like, if something was interesting, I commented it. And a couple places that were slow, I was like, I'll just talk about how I felt about the game. YouTube? Okay. Yeah, like, I've got a chat for both, I'm streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And my chat window tells me, but I have it covered up by the game, because didn't put it in the right place, so I can't actually see if you're right on YouTube or Twitch side. So yeah, on my YouTube channel there's a VOD of it, and there might... That was before I streamed to YouTube, so I don't think the full highlight VODs of it are there. I guess those might be on my Twitch. So Twitch deletes old content, so they might not be there anymore. I can't imagine anyone would go back and watch me spend like 2 hours on one photo session. Yeah, I liked the first photo game, and it always intended to do the others, but Double Spoiler's another game where I could double spoiler. I mean, I guess I could. People do speedruns of Double Spoiler, but that's not really what I would want to do. What's the one with the mallet? The one that you play as Sage. Sage? I forget which is... Their names are too similar. The Amanjoku. I think that's the name of the game. It's like Toho Amanjoku. Oh, why can't I remember this? Whatever. It's one of the few games I have an actual disc of. Impossible spell card thing. I want to do the second photo game, and then I want to play them in order. Then Impossible Spell Card. I feel like I would really like Impossible Spell Card because there's like tech, you know? It's like items that do stuff. Though I believe it is designed so all the impossible spell cards are actually possible, and you don't need the tech, but I might try to beat it both ways. I have all these, like, things I want to do, but... like I said, black hole for time. Alright, we're in Rorschach again. This is the tough part. So I'm supposed to get here with Deathless, so I have a chance. Granted, I have cleared from here to the end Deathless in practice runs before, but I don't like how this is going. this is my strat, is you go to one side and she'll follow you over there, like she moves. And then when she gets over, you like try to jump to the other side when it's not busy. And then the waves are slightly more spread out because she's far, like they're far away from her, so they spawn from farther away and have more time to spread out. Just repeat that. It's over, but we need good times to move across, which is easier said than done. If you like just stay in one corner, it's I want 20.5 to be a fighting game or regular? Regular. I don't really play the fighting games. I've played a little bit of Iso Tensoko, but excuse me. The thing with fighting games is I'm like not particularly good at them, and you need like a buddy, you know, you need like someone who's as good or similar to your skill level to play. I mean, I guess besides career mode or whatever, but you need someone with a similar skill level to you to play and have fun, and then you can like grow together. Like all my friends who play fighting games are like pretty good like Smash players and whatever, and they're just like way better than me. Even in games that they've never played before, because they just have, you know, more fighting game fundamentals than I do. Hour and a half. Probably gonna call it quits there. I did most of Rorschach. Rorschach's the tough one. Like I was dodging it, so that's good, but I knew today was going to be like a rusty day. I'm getting through the early stage fine, just, you know, a little rusty. I need to like play more often. That's what I'm learning. I'll be back. I'll try to be back tomorrow, do more runs. Like I do this thing where I like play a little bit and then I take like a month off, and then I get rusty again, and then I de-rust and then take a month off, and I need to not do that. So probably try to be back tomorrow. I have done like you do a run shooting up until Rorschach and then Pacifist to the end, like just to practice the end. No, I've gotten to what's it? The Helix one? The one where she bounces around the screen? If you've never played SA, you wouldn't know. I've gotten a couple spell cards later, I think. Yeah, 2 spell cards later. And that's the last like normal spell card. There's one after it that's a timeout card that's exactly the same, pacifist or not, though that one's pretty hard. And then the final is actually the easiest spell card in the whole thing. I don't know. I think Nue's final works like this. I know Flandra's does. It's like it starts slow, and the more you damage her, it speeds up. Koishi's final is like that, but it has 4 phases, and the more as you damage her, she goes through the phases. But if you don't damage her, she just never leaves phase 1, so you just like cheese it. You have to dodge it for 5 minutes. But yeah, I know Flandra and Yukari have this thing where if you don't damage her, the last like 30 seconds it realizes you're trying to cheese it, and it just goes, you know, absolutely insane. Can't cheese by just not shooting. But Koishi doesn't have that, and even Koishi's final phase isn't that much harder than the first one, so it's not a big deal. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the stream tonight. Thanks for watching. I'll try to be back tomorrow. No plans, but it'll probably be similar nighttime-ish. No concrete plans, I should say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.